Good evening, Mr. Devi. I hope you have a nice Saturday. Thank you for accepting our invitation to become our informant in this interview session. Our interview session is about your experience working with the team members from different countries and generations, and also the challenge and solution that you face when you work with them in a multinational company. My friends and I would like to ask you several questions, but before that, I would like to ask for your consent first. Are you okay with answering the question, including your personal information in this interview, and we record it for study purpose, sir?
Yeah, I'm good with every questions you're going to ask.
Okay, thank you for your concern. This interview will take approximately 15 until 30 minutes, and it depends on your answer. To start this interview, I would like to ask which multinational company do you work, sir?
So I'm currently working in Tencent, which is located in China in Fujian province.
How long have you been working for this company, sir?
I've been working here for like 3.5 years.
Okay, I will start to ask you question. How did you adjust to working in a different country or culture?
Okay, adapting to working in different country or cultures involves several key aspects. Okay. So the first thing is you need to know is about the cultural awareness. Okay, which means understanding and respecting the local cultures, customs, and social norms is crucial. This includes communication styles, the work practice, and interpersonal relationships. Yeah, I think that is going to be the first one. And then the second one is you guys need to be an open-minded, which means be open to new ideas and embrace diversity and willing to learn from your college, adapting your perspective to accommodate the different viewpoints. And then number three is the effective communications, which means pretty important, which means the develop effective cross-cultural communication skills, pay attention to both verbal and non-verbal cues, and be mindful of language nuance to avoid misunderstandings. And then there is actually a lot of answers. Would you mind giving your guys times to sh share this, all of this, in my opinion? Okay, so I'll start with the number four, the networking. Build relationship with local college and peers. Networking can provide valuable insights into the work cultures and help you integrate more smoothly into the professional environment. And of course, the number five is going to be a flexibility, or be adaptable to change in work practice or schedules. Flexibility is the key when navigating different workplace norms and expectations. And then especially when you work in other countries, you need to learn the language first. That is the most important things to do. So if you're working in a country with a different primary language, making an effort to learn a language can greatly enhance your communication and integration into the workplace. Number seven is going to be a cultural sensitivity training. Some organizations offer cultural sensitivity training to help employees understand and navigate the nuances of working in a new cultural settings. Number eight, of course, in any place, any job you've been with, is the patience. Adjusting to a new work culture takes time. Be patient with yourself and others as you navigate through the initial challenge. Remember that the adjustment process is unique to each individual and situations. Okay? And then it is essential to be proactive, open to learning, and respectful to our cultural differences to succeed in a new working environment. That's it for the first questions.
Thank you, sir. For the next question, can you Can you share your strategies that you use to promote effective communication and collaboration with your diverse team?
Sorry?
Okay, I will repeat it, the question. Can you share the strategies that you use to promote effective communication and collaboration within your diverse team?
Within the diversities. Okay, so the first thing is going to clear communication channels is the first things I would do. Because establish clear channels for communication, ensuring that everyone's understand how and when to share informations. This can include regular team meetings, project measurement tools, and other communication platforms. And number two is, of course, active listening. Encourage team members to actively listen to one another. This helps in understanding different perspectives and promotes more inclusive and collaboration environment. And cultural sensitivity training, which to provide training on cultural awareness to enhance understanding and respect among team members. This can include recognizing diverse communication styles and preferences. And then use of the technology. Utilize collaboration tools and technology to facilitate communications, especially in virtual or remote team settings. Video conferencing, instant message, and project management tools can enhance connectivity. Mind if I share another opinion of mine? So the next thing is establishing team norms. Define and communicate team norms that promote inclusivity and collaboration. This can include guidelines and communication ethics, response times, and meeting expectations. And then regular team building activities. Organize team building activities that encourage interaction and relationship building. This can be particularly important in diverse teams to foster a sense of unity and share purpose. And of course, the leadership. We won't forget these things about the leadership. To ensure diversity at leadership levels to demonstrate a commitment to inclusivity. Diverse leadership can set an example to the rest of the team and contribute to more inclusive cultures. Feedback mechanism, language accessibility, and then the last thing is the conflict resolution strategies. To develop strategies for resolving conflicts that may arise due to cultural differences. Encourage open dialogue and provide a framework for addressing misunderstandings. So by implementing these strategies, teams can create an environment where diverse perspectives are valued and effective communication and collaboration thrive. That's it.
So I'll asking for the next question. How did you handle conflicts or disagreement that arose due to generational difference?
Okay, that is a good question. It might be the most common issue of things, especially when it comes to conflicts, right? Okay, so the first thing is open dialogue. To encourage open and respectful communication, create a culture where team members feel comfortable expressing their thoughts and concern about general differences. And then the second one is generational awareness training. Provide training sessions to increase awareness of generational difference, understanding the perspective and values of different generation can lead to a better appreciation and empathy. And number three, start with mentorship programs. To implement mentorship programs where team members from different generations can learn from each others. This facilitates knowledge transfer and help bridge the generation gap. And collaborative decisions making to involve team members from various generations in decision-making process. This ensures that diverse perspectives are considered, leading to more well-rounded and inclusive outcomes. And sure, we will not forget about the focus on strengths. Emphasize the strengths that each generation brings to the team, recognizing and leveraging the unique skills and experience of team members can turn generational difference into assets. And flexibility. Be flexible in adapting work practice to accommodate different general preferences. This might include variation in work, schedule, communication methods, and project approaches. That's it.
Okay. And can you share any best practice or lessons learned from managing diverse teams in different cultural contexts?
Sorry?
Okay. Can you share any best practice or lessons learned from managing diverse team in different cultural contexts?
So the first thing is going to be a cultural competence. Develop cultural competence among team members and leaderships. This involves understanding and appreciating cultural differences, which can enhance communications and collaborations. And then the second one is customized leadership approach. Recognize that leadership approach may need to be customized based on cultural expectations. What works in one culture may not be as effective in another. So be adaptable in your leadership style. So which means everyone has the different styles to be a leader, which means calls leadership styles, right? And then the clear communication. Emphasize clear and transparent communication, provide explicit instructions, clarify expectations, and ensure that information is understood by all team members, considering potential language and culture barriers. And of course, trust. Talking about establishing trust. Building trust is crucial in any team, but it takes on adds significance in a diverse cultural context. Be consistent, reliable, and true to your words to establish trust among team members. Then, inclusive in decisions making. Involve team members' decision making process. This is not only ensures diverse perspectives are considered, but also fosters a sense of ownership and commitment to shared goals. And then team building activities. Organize team building activities that promote understanding among team members. This can help break down cultural barriers and create more cohesive and work environment. And then the diversity training. Provide ongoing diversity training to educate the team about the different cultures, values, and communication styles. This will help to create a more inclusive and respectful work environment. That's it.
Oh, okay. Next. Sir, can you share any specific challenge you face in managing this diverse team that comprise members from various generations?
Okay. You guys have a good questions actually. This will help you guys improve a lot in the future. Okay, so the first thing is the communication styles, technology adoptions, work-life balance expectations, approach to authority, and learning and development needs, motivation factors, and conflict resolutions. Okay, so from the first thing, what is the communication styles? Different generations often have distinct communication preference. Bridging the gap between traditional communication methods and modern digital platforms can be a challenge. Okay, so the second thing is technology adoptions. Younger generation may be more tech-savvy and adaptable to new tools, while older generation may prefer more traditional methods. Integrating technology that suits everyone can be more challenging. And then start with the number 3, work-life balance expectations. Like I said, generation Generational difference can influence expectation regarding work-life balance. Younger employees may prioritize flexibility, while older employees might value more traditional working hours. And then start with the number 4, approach to authority. Traditional structures may clash with the desire for more collaborative and flat organizational structures preferred by younger generations. And then number 5, learning and development needs. Various generations have different learning preferences and needs. Tailoring training programs to accommodate diverse learning styles can be complex. And then number 6, the motivation factors. Different generations may be modified by distinct factors now. Recognizing and catering to this motivator is crucial for maintaining high team morale. And then the last thing, number 7, is the conflict resolutions. Resolving conflicts arising from generational difference requires a nuanced approach. Misunderstanding can occur due to differing perspective and work ethics, commitments, and expectations. That's all.
Next. Can you provide an example of a project where cross-generational collaboration led to innovative solution or improved outcomes?
Okay, so start with number 6. Consider a project in technology company where a cross-generation team was tasked with developing a new software. Okay. Diverse perspective. Each generation brought unique perspectives and experience to the table. Baby boomers and Generations X members provide insights based on their years of industry experience. Millennials contribute with a focus on user experience and interface designs, and Generation Z members brought fresh, cutting-edge ideas and a deep understanding of emerging technologies. And the user-centric designs. The millennials in the team emphasize the importance of user-centric design approach. They advocate for a seamless and intuitive user interface, considering the preferences and behaviors of the target audience. This focus on user experience became a key element of the project's success. So next is the agile development. The Generation Z members were familiar with agile development methodologies and introduced the concept to the team. They emphasized the importance of quick iterations, continuous feedback, and adaptability. This agile approach allowed the team to respond swiftly to changing requirements and the market dynamics. That's it.
Thank you for
Can start with the next question.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Devi. And my first question is, can you share any specific training or development programs that you implemented to enhance cross-generational collaboration?
Okay, general diversity workshops. Okay, so it's about to conduct workshops focused on generational diversity. These sessions can include discussions on generational traits, communication styles, and work preferences to foster understanding among team members. And then integrate cultural competence training that address generational differences. These types of training helps individuals recognize and appreciate diverse perspectives, improving collaboration within the team. And then mentorships program. Implement cross-generational mentorships program where employees from different age groups can pair up to share insights, skills, and experiences. The facilitates knowledge transfer and strengthens relationship within the team. And then, of course, the communication skills training. Provide training on effective communications, emphasizing techniques that bridge generational gaps. This can include addressing different communication preferences and helping team members adapt their communication styles. And then the leadership development programs, over leadership's program that focus on leading diverse teams, equip leaders with the skills needed to navigate generational differences, fosters inclusivity, and create an environment where all teams members feel value.
So for
That's
the
always
next
the next
question,
questions.
for the next question is, what advice do you have for young professionals on building strong relationship and effectively communicating with colleagues from different generations?
Okay. The answer is almost the same with I think with Kadek's questions. Yeah, so the first thing is, of course, be an open-minded. Embrace diversity and open to different perspectives and ways of working. Avoid making assumptions based on age and be willing to learn from colleagues of all generations. And the number two is active on listening. Practice active listening to understand the concerns, ideas, and viewpoints of colleagues. This demonstrate respects and help build stronger connections. And then number three is going to be a seek mentorships. Consider seeking mentorships from more experienced colleagues. So which means you need someone that already experienced in these programs. This can provide valuable insights into the industry, career development, and help bridge generational gaps. And start with the adapt communication styles. Be adaptable in your communication style. Recognize that colleagues from different generations may have varying preferences, whether it's in person, conversations, emails, or instant messaging. Number five, this is the most important thing that you gotta learn from the experience. By acknowledge the experience and wisdom of older colleagues. They often have valuable insight that come from years of working in their industry. Learning from their experience can accelerate your professional growth. And then this is the most important things too, to ask for a feedback. Request feedback on your work and actively seek guidance on how to improve. This shows a willingness to learn and grow, which is appreciated across all generations. And then show respect for traditions while introducing new ideas. Also show respect for established traditions and practice. A balanced approach that values both innovation and tradition foster as collaborative work environment. And then the last thing is to build personal connections, which means this one is pretty important too. So take the time to build personal connection with the colleagues. This goes beyond professional interactions and help create a supportive and positive workplace cultures. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. JB. And for the next question is, how can young professionals effectively manage potential conflicts or disagreements that may arise due to generational difference?
Talking about managing conflicts, it's almost the same as I forgot which questions that one of you guys throw that to me. So the first is seek understanding. Take the time to understand and the perspective of colleagues from different generations. Actively listen and ask questions to gain insight into their experience, values, and expectations. Number two is to choose the right time and place. When addressing conflicts, choose an appropriate time and place for discussions. Avoid confrontations in public settings or opt for private conversations to ensure more open and constructive dialogue. And then communicate clearly. Clearly express your thoughts and concerns. Use clear and concise language, avoiding jargon that may not be universally understood. Be open to providing clarification only if needed. And then acknowledge differences. Recognize and acknowledge that differences exist. It is exist. Embrace diversity and view generational distinctions as opportunities for learning and innovation rather than as a source of conflicts. And then be flexible. Be willing to adapt your approach and be open to compromise. Flexibility is finding solutions that accommodate different perspectives contributes to a more harmonious work environment. Involve leaderships. If conflicts persist, involve leadership or HR professional to mediate and provide guidance. They can offer a neutral perspective and help facilitate discussions to reach solutions. Educate and train. Advocate for training programs on generational diversity within your organizations. Education can raise your awareness and provide tools for navigating generational difference is more effectively. Okay.
So this will be the last question of our interview. The question is, what are some tips for young professionals to establish a work-life balance and manage their well-being while working in cross-generational organizations?
Okay, so the first thing is going to be set your boundaries. Prioritize tasks, effective time management, communicate expectations, utilize technology wisely, take a break, develop healthy habits. Okay, the first thing we need to talk about is develop the healthy habits. Establish and maintain healthy habits, including a regular exercise, proper nutrition, and sufficient sleep. These habits contribute to physical and mental well-being. And then seek for feedback. Regularly seek feedback on your performance. This allows you to understand expectation and make adjustment, reducing stress and improving job satisfactions. And then set the boundaries. Clearly define your work hours and strive to stick to them. Establishing boundaries helps prevent burnout and ensures that work doesn't encroach excessively on personal time. And then prioritize your task based on urgency and importance. This helps manage workload effectively, reducing stress and allowing you to focus on high priority items. And then build relationships, which is the most important thing too. Cultivate positive relationships with colleagues across different generations. Networking and building strong connection can provide support and enhance your overall work experience. And then two more sentences going to be practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness practice into your routine, such as meditation or deep breathing exercise. This practice can help manage stress and improve your focusing skills. Yes, and the last thing is set the realistic goals. Establish realistic and achievable goals for both your professionals and personal life. Setting unrealistic expectations can lead to frustrations and burnout. And then the last thing is the celebrate all the achievements you guys got. Acknowledge and celebrate your achievement, both big and small. Recognizing your success contributes to a positive mindset and boosts overall well-being. By implementing these tips, you are going to be a well-being person. That's all.
Okay, thank you for answering all questions and sharing your experience when working with a diverse team with us. That's all the questions that we asked to you. I apologize if there is an unconscious mistake from us. Thank you for taking part in this interview as an informant, and your experience will inspire us. I hope every project that you will take run well, and I hope you have a great weekend, sir.
Okay, thank you for having me here. And of course, it's my pleasure to help all of you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Debbie.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.